When humanity had finally been granted membership in the Union after decades of petitioning, the elder races had been reluctant. Humans were newcomers, deathworlders with strange ideas about innovation and risk-taking. They needed to be kept in their place. So when it came time to assign Earth its first deep space vessel for the Union fleet, the Council made their statement clear. They gave humanity the Salvation, a decommissioned Vorthak mining barge, 200 years old, with hull plating so corroded that maintenance crews refused to work on it without hazard pay. Its engines were outdated by 3 generations. Its weapon systems had been stripped decades ago. Even its life support was considered unreliable. "This is an insult," Ambassador Rodriguez had said quietly when she saw the ship. "This is your assignment," Council Chairman Vexcor had replied with barely concealed satisfaction. "Perhaps when humanity proves itself capable of maintaining even this vessel, we will discuss upgrades." The alien crews who delivered the Salvation to Earth's orbital dock couldn't stop laughing. They took bets on how long before the humans gave up and scrapped it. They stopped laughing 6 months later. Captain Maria Santos stood on the bridge of what used to be the Salvation, now redesignated the UNES Redemption, and smiled as her chief engineer, Commander Jake Morrison, gave his report. "All systems green, Captain. She's ready." The Galactic Union emergency beacon had been screaming for 3 hours. A Kryn raiding fleet, 12 warships, had ambushed a civilian convoy in the Deneb sector. Union patrol ships were 14 hours away. The Redemption was 40 minutes out. "Take us in, Helm," Santos ordered. When the Redemption dropped out of FTL at the edge of the battle, the Kryn fleet commander, war leader Zax, almost didn't bother identifying it. His sensors showed a single ancient mining barge, probably some civilian fool who had jumped to the wrong coordinates. Then the mining barge opened fire. The first Kryn destroyer simply ceased to exist. One moment it was there, the next it was an expanding cloud of superheated plasma. "Evasive maneuvers!" Zax roared. But the humans weren't done. The Redemption rolled with impossible agility for a ship its size, and a barrage of projectiles streaked from its flanks. Not plasma cannons. Not energy weapons. Something primitive. Rail guns. Each round was a solid tungsten rod accelerated to a significant fraction of light speed. When they hit Kryn shields, they didn't dissipate like energy weapons. They punched through, carrying kinetic energy that turned armor into vapor and hulls into shrapnel. 3 more Kryn ships disintegrated in as many seconds. "Retreat!" Zax screamed. But the humans had surrounded them. How? The sensors showed only 1 ship. Then Zax understood. Those weren't external fuel pods on the human ship. Those were autonomous combat drones, hundreds of them, each equipped with guidance systems and their own railgun batteries. The humans had turned a mining barge into a carrier platform. The Redemption's mining laser, designed to cut through asteroids, carved through a Kryn battlecruiser's shields like they were paper. Its industrial-grade tractor beams, meant for hauling ore, grabbed 2 frigates and smashed them together. Its ore-processing furnaces, retrofitted with magnetic acceleration, fired superheated metal slugs that melted through armor. Even the ship's ancient mineral scanners had been repurposed into the most sophisticated targeting computer the Kryn had ever encountered. In 8 minutes, the Kryn raiding fleet was reduced to debris and 3 ships fleeing at maximum speed. The convoy survivors watched in stunned silence as the ancient mining barge that had just single-handedly destroyed a fleet maneuvered alongside them. "This is Captain Santos of the United Earth Starship Redemption," came the transmission. "The area is secure. Medical teams are ready to render assistance." The story spread through the galaxy like wildfire. The Union Council demanded an explanation. Ambassador Rodriguez stood before them, flanked by Captain Santos and Commander Morrison, as the Council Chairman sputtered with outrage. You modified a Union vessel without authorization. You installed weapon systems beyond your technological tier. We installed mining equipment, Rodriguez interrupted calmly. Railguns? Those are ore extraction accelerators. The drones? Autonomous mining platforms. The targeting system? Mineral detection array. Everything we added was standard industrial equipment. You turned a mining barge into a warship. Vexcor accused. No, Captain Santos said with a slight smile. We turned a warship disguised as a mining barge back into what it was always meant to be, something useful. Commander Morrison stepped forward with a datapad. We've prepared a full technical breakdown. Would you like to see what else we can do with outdated equipment? For instance, that obsolete communications array you gave us? We've been using it to crack Kryn military encryption for the past 3 months. The council chamber fell silent. Here's the thing about humanity, Rodriguez said quietly. You gave us junk because you thought we'd fail. But humans have been turning junk into treasure since we first picked up a rock and realized it could be a tool. We've been taking the impossible and making it work since we climbed down from trees and decided to walk across continents. She smiled. You gave us the worst ship in the galaxy, and we'd like to thank you. Because it taught the Union, and our enemies, something important. It's not the ship that matters. It's the crew. And humanity doesn't quit. The Council never again questioned humanity's place in the Union. And they never again made the mistake of giving humans something they considered useless. Because humanity had a gift for seeing potential where others saw trash, and turning limitations into advantages. They called it innovation. The galaxy called it terrifying. Retriclod can make mistakes. Please double-check responses.